Okay, so I am going to just kind of show you what I would do on a daily basis to actually prospect here. Let me go into Facebook here. Excuse me. And just for example, one of the things I would do is I would go to the searches and say, for example, I want to um, so this is a scratch one. So I want to look for my niche right now. I want to look for newlywed or engaged couples, right? Engaged couples. And because one of the things that we can actually help it's a relationship building course, how to stay successful, maybe newlyweds, things like that, relationship problems, help them build a strong foundation. So this is my thinking behind this. And what I would do is I would at that point um, kind of go here and then look at the different groups that are on Facebook, for example. These are everything on here. We've got pages, we've got couples. For this particular one, for pages, I would stay away from pages because that's probably going to be more like, um, I'm thinking more like announcements and things like that. But for example, you find some people to follow, right? So these quotes, love and marriage, perfect marriage is defined by how well you can work through each other's imperfections, right? I like that. So I'm going to like and engage. That's called an engagement. And then I'm going to come back here. These are the hashtags that they're looking at, right? Imperfection, finance, just married, engaged couples. These are things, these hashtags right here are what you can use to kind of cross promote and then get other things. So you can search by anything up here and then be able to find some people to follow and some groups to join. The reason why I say that, and I'm saying this to you, is because, for example, off this one post, I just liked it. I didn't even go down to look to see how many people were engaging with this. Engaging is anything from likes, comments, shares, saves, and those are engagement. We can't see the messages going through here because we're not the page admin, but you can, once you have a business page, you can check the status of it and your analytical data, which, so I'm just going to look from a regular perspective here. But it has 54 comments, 388 shares. That is really good, considering it's just a quote, and so this is the handle. So that's either the Facebook or the probably the Instagram handle that says husband and wife for life. And so what you can do from here is and this will go for our leads as well. When we start getting leads or people on posting in the Facebook group or in the Facebook page, we will be able to interact with the likes, the people who liked and comment, because we have a list of all of them here. These are all people who believe this or who liked this or commented it. And then some of them comment, a little bit further. Facts, 17 years two together, 14 years married. Don't understand why and how this family can be so mean to me. And my kid's mom said I not her choice for him. It's a little too late for that. I'm his choice, but etc. Need married couple as friends. So these are people that are having issues, right? Right here, just out of prompted a post, prompted a comment, prompted some kind of engagement, and we can actually reach out and start a conversation with these people. We might not be able to help everybody, but it's a good source for if you're just kind of worried about or not knowing where to find people. There's just one example, and this goes on, right? So so they're going to be engaged in, like, hey, check us out. What do you think about our page? What do you think about this program? They may not be ready to use it right now, but they might be able to use it later on, or they might know someone who will, and they might share our page. They might like it. Then they're going to be getting updates from us as we post and things like that. And then you just create little conversations with them. So, for example, this page is like a supporter, inspiration, things like that, encourager. Thank you for accepting me through my anxiety, depression, and self-doubt. You're my number one encourager and fan, professing their love for each other. So you can see right here, these two people are probably couples. Jessica Ho and Calvin Ho are husband and wife. And so these are young couples, right? And then you can see this one has no posts available. It's probably a private thing, which you're going to add. You would add them as a friend. You would add, just be careful, especially when we're dealing with married people, not to be, I would probably comment more on the female side if you're, just to kind of, not stir the water there so much so, and just kind of just check them out. See, they're from Texas, Woodville, Texas. His posts are private. That means they're probably, to me, that says a lot on social media. It just says, as a couple and stuff, they're probably having some issues there with communication, jealousy, maybe some things that aren't conducive. And she's like actually professing for him. So the reason I'm saying that is because, ladies, I went through that. I went through the same thing. And, I know kind of the background on that. But hers clearly is not private and his is. So that is, that says a lot to me right there. And so, this is just one, and just, say, hey, I saw your page. I saw that, or I saw your post on here. How long have y'all been together? And then she says, I love God, my amazing husband, and our 5 children. I always try to be better than who I was. And so then you just add as a friend. And then, depending on if she adds you as a friend back, and sometimes you can just kind of go on from there. Sometimes you have to have, so that one's, she's not a friend yet. So okay, so oops. So then you can actually just comment. So the appropriate etiquette in Facebook nowadays is to first wait till they add you as a friend, or send a message and then add them as a friend, so that they know, or it's a heads up, hey, I just interacted with you in one way, shape, fashion, or form. And excuse me, it was cold in my room, so my nose is stuffy. My allergies are acting up. And then I would just say, hi, Jessica. I came across your post to a group or page we both follow. And wanted to say thanks, to say that, something that's related to her post, and how her husband stuck by her and stuff, that, I love hearing posts, or I love reading about strong couples who are each other's rocks, right? Something like that, okay? Just something personable. So it's going to be something personable, and support for one another. And then something, let's see here, plus, and then I would put something like, how long have you both celebrated your marriage? Celebrated your marriage. Or actually, let's just do, I see you're in Texas. I just recently moved from there. And then they're always want to leave with a question, okay? Moved from there. I just recently moved from there to Maryland. I see you're in Texas. How long have you been there? How long have you lived there? How long have you lived there? I just recently moved from there to Maryland, and then I would say I'm just my personality, the way that is definitely a change of weather. Definitely a nice change of weather for me. And then feel free to add emojis. This is something that people use on a regular basis, and it just helps break up the monotony of just kind of reading this. Now this is kind of long, so I would stay closer to probably um, half of this maybe, because if someone's looking at it on a phone like I am, it just looks long and people are going to be like, oh, I don't really want to. But when you go like this, it's not that long, so that should be good. And then you just keep going, and then as people start responding, then you can actually you have more conversations. From there, you ask us to check us out, take a look at our program, like our page, follow us. I'm gonna have some scripts and some things like that that we'll kind of post for you, so that that will provide, so that we can kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. And then you just create your lead, your database, and then you'll just add them and continue on, and just follow up on a daily basis, and then add more to your pipeline. So this way, you're always going to have people to talk to, people to manage, people to reach out to, and hold these conversations. And if you have a handful of conversations and then they go to the website, or they sign up for the info session, or you're able to convert them to enrollments, that's where a lot of business is held nowadays in the digital area, is basically in the what we call the DMs, the direct messenger. All right, so if you have any questions, feel free to let me know, but that's how I would start off for the lead acquisitions and prospecting.